It's one of the most fascinating stories about Elvis that I've ever heard in my life. And nobody seems to know it except TG. But he was from a very, very poor family in central Tennessee. And when he was 14, ran away from home. And so he was on the streets. He went to Memphis, and he was literally on the streets in Memphis. And so, I know what that's like to be in that position. And so I know kind of how you think. And you think, where can I get something to eat that'll take me a long time to eat, that I can eat inside in air conditioning or in heat? And so on Saturdays, it would be like 20 cents for 4 hours of skating in the skating rink. And so he would go in and stay in there till like 10 o'clock. And so when he came out, he was like the last one out. And they're having to say, okay, it's time to go. And so he knows he's fixing to go to some highway overpass or, spend the night. And he's 14. And when he's out there just kind of hanging out in the parking lot, just figuring out, do I want to walk that way or want to walk that way? A couple of big Cadillacs come in, and he said, it's about 11 o'clock at night. A couple big Cadillacs come in, and they pull up in front of the skating rink, and it was right behind him, the window rolls down, and the guy driving the car, it's Elvis. And he said, what's your name? He said, Bill Browder, which is T.G. Shepherd's real name. And he said, how old are you? He said, 14. He said, can you skate? Yes, sir. He said, you like football? I do. He said, well, we had one of our team members drop out. We've got the skating rink for the night, and we're fixing to go in and play football. You want to play? And he thought, God, just to get back in the skating rink. Yeah, I'll go. So he said, it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my life. We went in and played football on roller skates. And he said, everybody was falling, hitting, crashing. And he said, it was the craziest thing in the world. He said, about daylight, everybody's tired and everybody's ready to go. And so we all walk outside. And he said, Elvis told him, he said, hey, where you want me to drop you off? I'll drop you off somewhere. He said, no, I'm not, I'm fine. And Elvis said, well, where do you live? Where? And he said, I'm just kind of wandering. And Elvis said, well, where are you staying? And he said, I'm really not staying anywhere. And Elvis said, well, come on and eat breakfast with us. So took him to a restaurant. They all ate breakfast. And then Elvis said, are you sure there's nowhere I can drop you off? No. So he said, well, then come on to the house. And so from 14 till about 23, Bill Browder lived at Graceland, lived there. And he got a job as a record rep, or I think it was RCA, and RCA or Capitol, I can't remember.